What's up, guys? Just give me a minute. Just give me a minute. I gotta do something. I gotta do something on this channel. On my channel, posting something. I gotta post something in my community. So bear with me. Yes. Yeah. There we go. Okay, I'm here. Okay. All right, man. Welcome. Welcome to let's try this out. Let's see if I can do this. Let's see if any interest in doing this. So this will be a test. This is gonna get me into doing reviews, live reviews. I don't know yet. This is just see if I like it. That's all. Okay. That's all I ask. All right. All right. All right. Okay, let's get into this. All right, man. So yeah, WWE Raw just had it. You just had a second episode on Netflix. Much shorter. Much shorter than the. Much shorter than last week. Shut up, Red. Much shorter than last week. Okay. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment below. Screw that hole. Whatever. Be good. Be good. Be good, Red. Be good, Rocket. Be good. Be good, okay? Be good. So yeah. Okay, so what I noticed from this episode, of WWE on Netflix, there really are no commercial breaks. Okay? They would say it would say up next, but there really is no commercial breaks in it here at all. There are really no commercial breaks. It's like it's like 5-second commercial break. And so that's why the show is about 2.5 hours. If you really think about it, a 3-hour Raw show is about 2.5 hours. If you take all the commercial breaks out of the equation, a Raw show is 2.5 hours long. So it's not surprising. It's not surprising. Okay. They've been burying Prince David, Finn Balor for a long time, but it's not surprising. So yeah, okay. So this is much shorter than last week, and this is more of a typical Raw show. What Raw looks like. A little bit they kept from last week, but this is still a Raw produced show. You still got right. There's more. We're more used to like what Raw previously was, but it's still they added some new stuff. They always do that. That's typical of the wrestling companies. Okay, but say hi. So make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment below. I really would appreciate it. He needs to demand for a release. You need to demand for a release. No, I'm kidding, buddy. I'm kidding. I'm joking with you, buddy. I'm joking with you. Okay. Let me. So yeah, so now so I expect more Netflix shows to be like this, 2.5 hours, because of not with any commercials. Yeah, it says well up next, and then during a match, they'll go, they'll go, they'll go dark for 5 seconds, and then back to the match. There really is no commercials here. Okay, so if you're going to a live show, if you're going to a live show, you would know if there's a commercial break. Now, since Raw's on Netflix, you won't know that there's a commercial break. Okay? Okay? I can clearly see it. I don't mind Damien, but he needed to win this. If it's interfered, yeah, he does. He needs to get his revenge on Finn for costing him the title of SummerSlam, and in Survivor Series or whatever it was. That's how the story was. Sorry. Okay. But let's start the review, man. So, on the preview, who was right about the preview? Who was damn right about the preview? I was right. I was right in my Raw preview. What do you think the opening segment? What do you think it was about? Obviously, I was right in the opening segment, right? Admit it. I was right. I was right about the opening segment. Okay? Admit it. Okay? I was damn right. So the opening segment was CM Punk comes out. First, we see him come out backstage in this Rento. Rento walks through the umbrella, under the umbrella position, goes to the crowd, and Sano's there. It's funny. It's funny. Uh, they kind of make fun of San Jose Sharks, while saying the San Jose crowd was awesome. It's funny. It's funny. And but he goes to the crowd. Goes to the crowd. Right. Comes to his entrance. Goes to the ring and explains what's next for CM Punk. What is next for CM Punk? What is next for CM Punk? Wow! He says he's ready to move on from Seth Rollins, right? He's ready to move on. Move on from Seth Rollins. You're making me laugh. That's funny, though. That's funny. Where's all my newbies? You all subbed, but you're not watching? Hey, newbies, get your asses in the chat, please. Okay? Please. Okay, there we go. Maybe. Okay? So we got CM. So what's next for the CM Punk? Well, yeah, he says he's ready to move on from Seth Rollins. That last week, he thought there was. No, he didn't. He didn't, man. We only found. We only know one. We only know. We only know one team has been transferred to SmackDown, but CM Punk. CM Punk says he's ready to move on from Seth Rollins, and his dream is to main event WrestleMania for a title. And he basically confirmed. And he mentioned John Cena too. He basically confirmed. He confirmed that he's entering the Royal Rumble, and he go on a whole big spiel about what happened last year at the Rumble. Remember, he got hurt at the Rumble. He had to take time off. Right, right, and so he declared himself that he's going to enter the Royal Rumble. And he says, "Hit my music." Well, his music doesn't hit. Okay, instead of Seth Rollins' music hits, and he was pissed. It was not the happy-go-lucky Seth Rollins, dancing in the crowd, all that shit. He was upset. Obviously, it's from his loss last week. Obviously, he should be mad from that. Mad from that. Okay. That's funny. I like you. I like that's funny. He should be mad from that, obviously. Okay. And Punk, you see Punk's on his Punk as Seth is rocking to the ring. You see Punk have the mic, have his mic. And he's like, "Why couldn't it be Rhea Ripley interrupting me? It's some other name." And he's like, "Oh, you again?" And Seth takes off his sunglasses. Right, takes off his sunglasses. He's angry. He's mad. He's disappointed, and he basically admit losing to CM Punk is the biggest loss of his career, the biggest blunder, loss, dark mark left on his career. He basically admits that losing to CM Punk is bigger than anything. So I guess losing a title, uh, or whatever is better than losing to CM Punk. That's how much of a apparently he hates CM Punk storyline, right? Is that even his hatred for Punk is bigger than his desire to be champion. If you really think about it, and like I said in the preview, he made it clear. He made it clear that now, Red, correct me if I miss some stuff. Rocket, put it in the chat and I'll talk about. Okay, and this whole worldview, I may miss some stuff, but Seth Rollins made it clear that he tends to win the World Rumble and wrestle WrestleMania. Obviously, main event WrestleMania, but he made it perfectly clear that he intends to make sure Punk doesn't win the Rumble and doesn't main event WrestleMania, and Punk doesn't achieve his dreams. He made it clear, so he declared himself to be in the World Rumble, right? And then all of a sudden, Drew McIntyre music hits, and we all thought Drew was going to SmackDown, right? And Drew basically called out Seth about what happened last week. That Seth, has problems with the bloodline and the Romans, all that stuff going years back. But Seth called out Seth. He called out Seth Rollins for not getting involved in the bloodline match last week, right? Right? If you remember that. Okay? We know that, right? So, and Drew still has, this is like these three. They all hate each other. They all fucking hate each other, right? All three of them hate each other. They can't stand each other. Okay? Can't stand each other, right? They really don't like each other. They can't stand each other. And then you want to have a fight. Guys want to have a fight? Drew McIntyre declares, "Okay, do you want to have a fight? You want to have a fight?" And Punk and Seth are ready for fight for them to fight, and also Drew McIntyre to fight with them. Have a 3-way fight, battle. And Drew McIntyre is like, "Nah, why would I want to fight you guys here? Royal Rumble, I'll make sure you won't win the Royal Rumble." So Drew McIntyre declares for the Royal Rumble. So we got 3 wrestlers enter the World Rumble. This World Rumble is very fucking interesting. This is a stacked Rumble. If you really look at it so far, Roman Reigns, John Cena, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Drew McIntyre. It's very stacked. 5 guys right there, right at the top, right? Very stacked. If you really look at it, I mean, anybody of those guys are a favorite to win. Like, if you really think about it, right? I still think Cena's gonna win, but I think this is an early prediction, but I think CM Punk and Seth Rollins are gonna eliminate each other. I think they're gonna eliminate each other at the Rumble. So how is gonna go down at the Rumble? I mean, we're not doing preview predictions to the Rumble till later on, as we get closer to the show. But I think Seth and Punk are gonna eliminate each other. and it's not gonna be like okay. I think it's gonna happen. I think they're gonna eliminate each other. Okay, and then right, a little bit later on, we're fast forwarding for a bit. We see Seth Rollins. He's gonna have a match with Drew McIntyre next week, and Seth finally gets a rematch against Drew because I don't think they never had a rematch since WrestleMania. So he'll get a rematch against Drew, and next week at Elimination, not Elimination, I'm Raw. Damn it! And I think Punk will win Elimination Chamber too. Yeah, I think Cena's going for one title, and Punk's going for the other title. Right? Like I think that's the plan. I think Punk. I think this is the. I think Punk will main event WrestleMania. I just don't think he'll win the Rumble. I think if I think what happens is if Cena wasn't not in the Rumble or anything like that this year, I think Punk would win the Rumble. I really do. I think Punk would win the Rumble. You hear the latest stupid rumor about Gunner? It's not Punk or John Cena. It's Logan Paul. Logan Paul. So yeah, I'd rather have those two than Logan Paul. Okay? That's just the latest rumor. Okay. All right. So next. Next, we get well, we get the debut. Chad Gable comes out of American Alpha, American Made, not American Alpha, American Alpha. Oh my god, that takes me back. American Made, okay, American Made, right? And this is the debut of Penta. Penta is here as they yell out. So Penta comes along with new entrance, new music. All right. And this match, this wasn't a squash match. It was a match to show Penta what he has. Right. This was actually a pretty good match. Him and debut against Chad Gable, who was really, really good in the ring, shows off the talent that Penta has, all of his move set, his ability in the ring. Because if it was somebody like if it was somebody like Otis or Akira Tozawa or somebody like not in that somebody not ilk, somebody who's more like on the lesser totem pole, this would have been a definitely squash match. But WWE doesn't do squash matches anymore, right? They don't do squash matches. That's very old style, right? They don't do squash matches anymore. So they just wanted to show his talent, right? And he got the win. He got the win over Gable. I don't think that was surprising at all. I don't think him beating Chad Gable was a shock. It was going to happen. He was not going to lose on his first night. And they actually gave him to talk. They actually had him talk. And the one thing in AEW, they had him talk, but it was in Spanish. It was usually his brother Ray Phoenix that talked, right? When Penta talked in AEW, it was in it was in subtitles in Spanish, but Phoenix was the one that speaks English, and then he actually talked. He actually got kicked out of the Canadian Destroyer. Yeah, well, people have been kicking out of the Canadian Destroyer for years now. Okay, so he was able. So they had him talk now, right? They had him talk in English to the crowd to introduce himself to the crowd, right? And that's what he did. And you could tell you could tell why he didn't talk in English in AEW. The thing about Penta has that some of the other guys don't have, the luchadors, is a look. It's his look, his costume. I think he can get away with it more. I think Ray's like it definitely past Ray and stuff, and Dragon Lee has been not. It's basically been a sidekick in the LWO, but I think Penta with his lack of English could get away with more just based on his appearance, his presentation. Deciding to pause. Oh, relax. Relax, buddy. You're funny. You're funny. I like you. You're funny, buddy. You're a good friend. That's why you're funny. Okay? That's funny. Dragon Lee? You really haven't heard that name in years? Alright. Alright. Let's continue. Let's continue on, guys. Alright, let's continue on. Then we got Sheamus versus Ludwig Kaiser. Finally, this. Hope this is a rest. I hope this. I hope they finally put this a rest between Ludwig Kaiser and Sheamus. The thing is, obviously Sheamus got the win, but in the crowd, for some reason, Braun Breaker was in the crowd again. Braun Breaker just happens to be in the crowd again this time, like last week. Last week he was introduction, but this week he was in the crowd with the Intercontinental title this time over his shoulder, and he got, Sheamus got in the face of Braun Breaker, and Braun Breaker shoved Sheamus. It looks like they're gonna do Sheamus and Braun Breaker, all right, for the males Intercontinental title, right? So yeah, finally. Well, AJ Styles is hurt, Dragunov is hurt, and Nakamura is the U.S. champion. All right. Now, Sammy confronted Seth, and Sammy is like, "Hey, if we need to talk, you can always talk to me." And Seth wasn't really having it. It's like, why don't you stop doing stuff for the blood and do stuff for yourself? Do things for yourself. Stop putting others before you. Do things for yourself. And then later on, we see that Karrion Kross and the Miz just came out of Adam Pearce's office, and they just heard that the Wyatt family has been moved to SmackDown. And Karrion Kross was like, "You didn't have anything to do with this. Did you miss a Miz?" Like, "No, I didn't have anything to do with this." Okay. And you see Sammy comes up to in the same segment. He's like, "Hey, is Adam Pearce in it?" He's like, "Yeah, yes, go ahead." But before, Karrion Kross is like, "Oh." I see Star Trek and Miss is like, "Oh, what does he know about being a champion? He's never a champion." And Sami Zayn is like, basically called Miz Karrion Kross's lapdog, right? His puppet, and said challenged him to a match, right? So later on, we got Sami Zayn versus Miz in the match. Sami got the win. Sami got the win over Miz. But yeah, the Riot family has moved over to SmackDown. Apparently, all six members all moved to SmackDown. So who's going to Raw? Because that's a huge number, right? Okay, that's a huge number. All right. And for some reason, they show Obi Femi in the house. Now we get a Gunther segment. And Gunther does his typical shtick where he compliments, but then he talks down about the rest of the people, the rest of his peers. Jey Uso music hits, and they go back and forth. Jey Uso, it's like, "You call yourself a main eventer? Well, I am the main event." Stuff like that. Jay, right? And Jey Uso challenged Gunther for the title at Saturday night's main event. Yeah, Saturday night's main event, I believe. Julia, I know. We want Julia. I know, man. Right? So I think that match is gonna happen. Yeah, Saturday night's main event. Yeah. So that Saturday night's main event is a week before the Rumble. So it'll be in 2 weeks. This title match. My guess is Gunther's not wrestling at the Royal Rumble. But what if he's not wrestling at the Rumble in a title match? He don't be make he might actually be in it. Remember when Brock Lesnar pulled that off? Didn't Brock Lesnar pull off the was it Brock Lesnar who pulled off the time when he was champion but he entered the Rumble? Gunther might pull that if he's not wrestling in a title match at the Royal Rumble. He might pull Brock Lesnar. I don't know. I might be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure Brock Lesnar did that. Okay? I might be wrong. I might be wrong. Okay? I might be wrong. yes, yes. Very funny. That's actually pretty funny. Check my DM. I don't have DMs. What are you talking about? Oh, oh, you my Discord. Oh, you're right. You're right. Yeah, it was supposed to be a joke. I thought then the Degrassi said it was supposed to be a joke. Um. Now the third match was for the inaugural WWE Intercontinental Women's Championship match between Lyra, Valkyria and 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 Dakota Kai, Red's betrayer, the woman that broke Red's heart. um, Red thought Dakota Kai was going to win this match because she got no theme music, and I gotta say, her new theme music sucks. Her old theme music is better. Bring that back, please. It was not. I really don't use it that much. I just use it for chatting with Blinded and others. I don't use that Discord that much. But all right. So the Grassy thought it was a joke. The Grassy thought it was a joke. Yeah, and Red thought Dakota Kai was gonna win, but Lyra won in the end. As I was about to say that in my preview, that I was gonna in my preview I didn't spoil it because I knew Lyra was gonna win. That was actually a spoiler ahead of time. I knew she was gonna win, but I didn't say that in my raw preview just in case because people don't want to be spoiled. But she won. You see, this will make Red happy. You know, there she is with Adam Pearce, and there's the belt around her waist. Oh yeah, and um, before that, Bailey was interviewing the crowd, talking about her former damage control partners in this match, what this means for WWE, and then it seems like is Michael Cole a heel because like Bailey's a babyface, and Bailey still calls Michael Cole an idiot. That's pretty funny. Funny. It still calls Bailey an idiot. Bailey calls Michael Cole an idiot, right? Still an idiot. And she gets the whole crowd chanting Michael Cole's an idiot too. It's actually one of my favorite things about Bailey. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of Bailey. I mean, but one of my biggest my biggest things that I like about Bailey, like one of the things I actually like about her, but I'm not the biggest fan. I like her for what she is, but she's nothing special in my book. But I like how she makes. I like her interaction with Michael Cole. I like how she. Yeah, that's so fitting. They need a match, right? They need a fucking match. They do. All right. But this is before Lyra. I guess Bailey. I mean, Bailey might be moving the Raw. There's a good chance Bailey might be moving the Raw because she was seen with Adam Pearce last week when she's on the show. I know she has a title match with Tiffany Stratton Friday, but I wouldn't be surprised if Bailey ends up on Raw. Hope Michael's brother Adam comes in and gives Pandana sunrise to Bailey. Oh my god. I'm like, and- that's funny. That's funny. I like the sense. I like people being funny. Okay. I'm still laughing at that. I'm sorry. I'm still laughing at that. All right. So Lyra is the first. Yeah. I mean, the Sami Zayn match versus Miz was after that, but I tied in with the Seth Rollins and Sami Zayn segment with that. Sorry. Next, we get Rhea Ripley, the new champion, coming up. Comes out. And she basically says she's once again the most dominant woman on WWE, and Mommy's on top. And then we see, now we hear Nia Jax music hit. Nia Jax decided to come to SmackDown. You know what? I haven't seen those guys on my streams. Like, I don't know what happened to them. They used to be around. You know, all right. So yeah, Nia Jax comes out. Oh my god. And then she mentions Bailey in the crowd. Bailey, you know, Bailey comes into the ring. Talk shit to Bailey. Bailey's like, with all due respect, because she's from San Jose, right? She's from San Jose, and Nia Jax is talking shit about her her home city, right? And Bailey's like, this may not be my show, but this is my town. I won't have anybody shit to me, sit in my face, you dumb idiot. And then Nia knocks down Bailey. Nia pushes Rhea, but they trade headbutts. Bailey gets up, top block, the running knee strike, really propels Nia out of the ring with a big boot to close the segment. So yeah, so Bailey and Rhea Ripley stand tall of getting rid of Nia Jax. Right? I'm a monster. Yeah, it looks like she did transfer. Yep. All right. Next is the main event. Next, we get to the main event, the street fight between Damian Priest and Finn Balor, where Red was having a meltdown. Yeah, you were having a meltdown, buddy. A big meltdown. Admit it. Okay. And yeah, this match is pretty crazy. It's fun too. I know. Red was not happy about it, but whatever. Nobody cares. But this match is crazy. The spots in this match, the abuse. Uh, man, Finn Balor. Remember, David Priest took him, put him down, broken arrow, or it's a Falcon arrow, whatever. Damian Hogan very pissed out once again. He they're in the crowd, and they were on top of one of the top, and there was a bunch of there's two tables right below, and Damian Priest had him in the broken arrow and just jumping them through. Don't work for me, man. No. And he did a broken arrow to Finn Balor through two tables. Struggled to get up, and they had to get the gurney for Finn. You know, to strap him to the gurney. You know, they got to take him out back. He could be badly hurt. Damian Priest goes back to the ring, looks on. You see the Judgment Day members, Carlito and 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 oh fuck, JD McDonough. Oh, and before that, early in the show, we see backstage the Judgment Day. Judgment Day. You know they're gonna break up. They're gonna break up, and Liv Morgan. You know Liv Morgan says she's not mad at Dom, and but she says she's not mad at Dom, but she really really is, and she's you know making Dom do all this stuff, and 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 you know and Dom was like, "Oh, she's not mad at me at all. I guess everything's okay." And Finn is like, you got a lot to learn about women." Okay, all right. But back to this match, yeah. And Damian Priest is like watching as they're taking away Finn Balor on the gurney, strapped him to neck brace. He's like, "No, no, 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 no. This ain't happening. This is not happening. Okay, this is not happening. We're gonna finish this match once and for all. So there's gonna be win." So he takes out JD McDonough and Carlito, gets Finn into the ring. I mean, she could join B instead, not you. Okay, gets him in the ring. You know, he's about to finish off Finn, but Carlito and Jamie recover. They manage to take out Damian Priest. Crew McCall, he lands his finishing move with Finn. What? But Damian Priest kicks out, right? Then they battle with weapons. They use chairs, stuff like that. They use tables, barricades, crazy moves through the tables. I think Finn did his finisher through the table. Um, Damian Priest did the Razor's Edge to Finn. He just threw him through the table. He used the South of Heaven with the chair wrapped his neck, and once again he finished after Razor's Edge. Fits through the table. He puts him in his finisher move with the choke slam self finishing move like slam, right? His finishing move is basically a choke slam, a variation of a choke slam where he slams him. He doesn't just slow him down, right? And he gets a 1, 2, 3, ending the feud, end of Raw tonight. So yeah, I think so. I expect Netflix Raws to be 2.5 hours like this because there's really no commercial breaks. All right, there's really no commercial breaks, so expect it to be like this short. I mean, they technically could go longer if they wanted to. It is on Netflix. There's no Netflix. Obviously, it's not like cable TV where it's a show. There's a show starting right after. Netflix is all streaming, so no need to end at a certain time. But I'm sure with the crowd there. I mean, I'm sure with the crowd there. I mean, it was in California, so the crowd ended at 7:30. I'm sure where Red is, it ended at 7:30, right? Um, so it was early there, but I guess on the East Coast it's different. It's just right. So 2.5 hours is good because typically Raw, if you take it out of commercials, if you do take it all the commercials, Raw is about 2.5 hours. When Raw was 2 hours before it moved to 3 hours, back at 10, no over 10 years ago. If you look on W Network or stuff, Raw was technically 1.5 hours. If you cut out the commercials, it saves about half an hour of time. It saves about half an hour. So yeah. So I might do this again for SmackDown, but SmackDown's fucking 3 hours. So I you gotta bear with me for SmackDown, man. Maybe look for a co-host too to help me out if Red's available. I don't know. You can't be if Red's available. You can't be biased, Red. You got to be honest. I know Finbar won't be able to. DL maybe. I don't know. I got maybe find somebody. Make it a little easier. Make this a little easier. But yeah, thank you for watching, guys. You know, see more videos of mine. Whatever. I'm gonna post more videos. I'm gonna post other stuff. We're gonna have fun with this. Uh, you know, we're gonna have lots of fun, brother, 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 brother. All right.